Well, they are being called the restless generation. New national data has revealed that 47% of Gen Z are planning an early career break, while only 6% intend to stay with their current employer for the long haul.
As side hustles soar and job hopping becomes the norm, businesses are being pushed to rethink what work really means for the next wave of employees.
And to tell us more, we welcome futurist Michael McQueen live in studio. Good morning to you, Michael. OK, so Year 12s, they're in the middle of the exams.
Yeah.
A number of them have finished those exams at the moment. Tell us, when they are now looking towards their future careers, why are young Aussies rethinking sort of those traditional careers?
We just think of how much change they've seen in their lives. I mean, this notion of constant flux and change. So the idea of having a 3, 5-year, 10-year plan seems unthinkable. So we often talk about not a career ladder, a career lattice for Generation Z. And so that has a huge impact on so much of their planning process. And as we heard in the intro there, planning a career break 5 and 10 years in. Now, it's one thing for a 22-year-old to say, I'm going to have a career break. Who wouldn't have wanted to do that when they were 22? Marriages, mortgages, commitments, we'll see how that plays out, but it speaks to their whole notion of career being less linear than older generations.
So if we're an employer, rather than saying it's not the way that we did it, because maybe we should have, you know, how can employers move with the times and recognise that this is what the workforce is calling for?
Yeah, well, I think certainly from a retention standpoint, this is tricky for employers because the revolving door is spinning. So as we heard, only 6% of employees in Gen Z plan to stay long-term with their current employer. Over half of them plan to change in the next 12 to 18 months. So the question is, how do you try and slow that revolving door down? Things like flexibility, values alignment really matter. The interesting thing is recognition. In fact, there was a study recently found that 40% of Gen Zs would like to receive praise from their boss 3 times a week, if that's all right. And some of the
That'd be nice.
Some of the Gen Xers are like, are you serious? Once a year at the Christmas party is heaps. Like, do your job, right?
Yeah, and
very
had
different
4 beers
mentalities.
by then as
Correctly.
well.
Yeah.
Michael, tell us about this though. Gen Z, they're the first generation, of course, to start working in this new, brave AI world as well. How's that impacting?
Well, we've talked about this before. This research around the fact that employers will actually choose an employee who's got AI skills but not experience, as opposed to someone with massive experience but without the AI skills. So that challenge there is, how do we constantly upskill ourselves with some of these AI tools? But it's a double-edged sword. Don't build your technology skills at the expense of the people stuff, the high-touch things. Because that's what AI can't do. That's how you future-proof yourself, by being really good at communication and empathy and teamwork.
Connection and all of those
critical
things.
thinking. So you've got to be developing both right now.
Yeah, and be heaps of fun at the Christmas party. I find that works really well.
And a bit of feedback. That was fantastic, mate. That was really good.
Thank you so much. You're so good. I love that.
And you guys
Every
too.
time
Well
you come
done.
on. We love your input. We love you too. Thank you.